Yeah.
No, look, there's I always say I respect Terence Crawford. He's a very talented fighter, but he just win one big fight. If you see his record, he just beat one good fighter like Errol Spence is. But other than that, I don't think he's beating other great fighter like Spence. He did a really good job with the Spence. He did like almost look very easy.
But I'm gonna go with Canelo because he didn't hold Turkey's hand.
Things that you can do with somebody bigger and stronger. You know, you can either try to push them back, you know, because 9 times out of 10, a strong fighter not used to going back.
Canelo Álvarez reacted to Terence Crawford's knockouts with genuine respect for his skills. He acknowledged that Crawford did an impressive job against Errol Spence, making the victory look easier than expected. At the same time, Canelo noted that Spence is the only truly big-name Crawford has defeated so far, raising questions about the rest of his resume. Looking ahead, Canelo hinted that the real answers will come when they eventually face each other in the ring, keeping fans on edge with anticipation.
Terence yet?
No, look, I always say I respect Terence Crawford. He's a very talented fighter, but he just win one big fight. If you see his record, he just beat one good fighter like Errol Spence is. But other than that, I don't think he's beating other great fighter like Spence. He did a really good job with the Spence. He did like almost look very easy. But I knew Terence Crawford is a great fighter. But
Canelo hints that he already has Crawford's style and techniques figured out, showing confidence in his preparation. With a smile, he adds that Turki Alashik will be very disappointed on fight night since he'll be standing in Crawford's corner, making the clash even more intense and personal.
And I know Turkey's in your corner, but look, it's gonna be very difficult. He's gonna be so mad that day. Believe me.
I see you. I see you. You see I'm
I see you too.
Canelo's choice to bring in Jaron Ennis for sparring is being praised as a brilliant strategy. Johnny Ortiz explains that Ennis is the closest match to Terence Crawford's body type and fighting style, making him an ideal training partner. This gives Canelo the chance to study Crawford's rhythm, movement, and physical advantages in real time while sharpening his own timing and defense. At the same time, Ennis gains invaluable experience working with a veteran like Canelo, boosting his own development. Ortiz calls it a rare win-win situation where both fighters benefit, making the setup extremely smart and strategic.
Makes sense, and it's definitely a good experience for both. Eddie Reynoso and Canelo, shout out to them because now it shows that they serious with a real game plan, and Boots is, to me, everybody's a perfect opponent. Like, I wouldn't say opponent, perfect sparring partner to have to replicate Crawford because they both switch hitters and stuff like that, and they got dog in them and reflexes for sure. So it shows Canelo serious and on Boots end to be able to spar a Hall of Famer, top tier guy is giving him great experience, and you can tell he really wants it. It's a sport where Boots is getting an opportunity to spar a Hall of Famer. Who cares? In reality, what the fuck loyalty does Boots owe to Crawford when it comes to the sport of boxing? I mean, Crawford didn't do shit even back while Boots was trying to get his opportunity when it was Spence and Crawford. Every time Boots' name got mentioned, you hear the blood clowns be like, oh yeah, he don't deserve it. Oh, who did he fight? Oh, who this and that, man? I ain't trying to hear that shit. It's like different shit that you need to be woke up outside of boxing. Boxing is a sport. There's shit that we need to really come together. I didn't see y'all come together like 5 years. The Bud Clowns, because it's real fans, the Bud Clowns is bashing PBC. Everything Boots. When you bring up Boots' name, putting him down, I didn't hear like, oh yeah, instead of fighting Canelo.
Jose Benavidez emphasizes the importance of Canelo Álvarez bringing in Jaron, Boots, Ennis as a sparring partner. He explains that Ennis closely resembles Crawford in key areas such as physique, movement, and fighting style. Training with someone who mirrors Crawford gives Canelo the chance to mentally and physically prepare for what he'll face on fight night. Benavidez also points out that Crawford's smaller size compared to Canelo could be a decisive factor once they step in the ring. In his view, working with a strong, stylistically similar partner not only boosts Canelo's confidence but also makes him feel like he already has the upper hand before the first bell even rings.
Give Canelo maybe a little bit more confidence that he is sparring somebody really good. And is a really good fighter, and I think that would be a good motivation, for Canelo Álvarez. I just think that Crawford is too small for Canelo. I think Canelo's too big for Crawford. But in my opinion, I think if Crawford could maybe just tap, hook, get out, maybe once in a while throw a straight punch and just win by points and use his legs, I think I see him winning by decision. But if he tries to exchange with Canelo Álvarez, I think he's going to make a mistake and he's going to get hit with one shot and maybe he can get hurt and that would change the whole fight, But I think he's faster. Crawford is faster and a straight punch, get out, Don't stay there to throw or try to trade with Canelo Álvarez.
Okay, fair to say. Fair to say. Now, do you feel like when it comes down to the demeanor of making that decision of bringing it in, does it show that he's taking this camp perhaps a little bit more serious than others? I mean, what do you think about just the move per se?
It's very difficult to say. He's never brought anybody really good to his camp until this time. Maybe he's lacking enough confidence, or maybe he just wants to use them to trick the people, or, it's very awkward and very funny that he brought Ennis to his camp, so, but at the end of the day, they know what they're doing, and we got to respect that, and I think...
The global landscape of boxing has entered a new era, with streaming platforms breaking records for live events. The Netflix showdown between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson drew an incredible 65 million viewers, making it the largest fight ever in terms of audience reach. That event proved the appetite for combat sports goes far beyond traditional expectations. Now, the upcoming clash between Canelo Álvarez and Terence Crawford carries the potential to surpass even that milestone. This isn't just a fight between two elite champions. It's a historic moment on a worldwide scale. Fans across every continent are eagerly waiting to see if this matchup can generate even more hype and engagement than the Paul versus Tyson spectacle.
Biggest concurrent view was, I think, 65 million. So at one stage of a time, 65 million people were watching that fight, which is crazy, hence why it broke Netflix servers. I do wonder what this does. I think it does around 10 to 15, which is still an incredible number. The problem with these two, and I was saying this morning actually to Gareth A. Davis, like, there's no antagonizer here, is there? No one is willing to play the role of the bad guy, the heel, the bully. And you almost need that a little bit. Jake Paul was actually quite smart in the way in which he promoted the Tyson fight. Obviously, look, it's Mike Tyson. But it was promoted so well where Jake was willing to be the guy that, I'm going to fuck up the greatest fighter of all time. He was willing to kind of say all those things and play that role. So people almost tuned in to see him get chinned as well. Neither of these guys are playing that role. Neither of these guys, I don't think, have crossed over massively to non-boxing fans. I mean, to us, they're like God.